It is incomprehensible to me that this school has not spoken up. It is incomprehensible that the school has not taken the time to recognize the horrific effects that sex abuse has on middle school children, or any children for that matter. It is incomprehensible that the school did not sanction, did not terminate Tariq Ahmad, the head of their school, at a time earlier than just recently. It is incomprehensible that the school continues to stick its head in the sand and refuse to acknowledge what has occurred in this case. It is incomprehensible that the school refused to report the sex abuse, the child abuse, that Chapter 39 of the Florida statutes requires. And the failure to do so is a felony. Repeatedly, this school hid the facts, intentionally concealed the facts, and even more disturbing, actually scolded and suspended kids for reporting the abuse. The idea that any school, that any person, that any group could be able to sexually abuse 12-year-old women, 12-year-old children, is beyond comprehension in a normal country such as the United States. You just cannot fathom that a school would engage in this kind of conspiracy of silence, this kind of shutdown, this kind of incredible profits over people mentality, that they would intentionally, maliciously, recklessly, and recklessly go forth and bury this story and hide and protect Tariq Ahmad. It is unbelievable to me and to any decent human being that this child sex abuse was not rooted out. It is absolutely appalling that the school to this date has not come forth and accepted responsibility for what it did. Accepted responsibility for housing and promoting the head of this school over all these years. It is nothing short of disgusting that the school did what it did, that it hid this horrific sex abuse and actually scolded and blamed the kids for it, and that it motivated a culture of silence and a culture of invalidation so these kids would not come out. Lives were destroyed here. And the school sits back and collects money every year. Profits over people. Profits over people. Profits over people. Have we come to a time in our life that man's inhumanity to man has gotten so bad that we would suppress the needs of children, that we would allow sex abuse to occur repeatedly, and not think it's appropriate to take a stand, not think that it's appropriate to sanction the person who's in charge, not think it's appropriate to report to authorities, not think it's appropriate to cooperate with police, not think it's appropriate to take all the steps to inform other parents, not think it's appropriate to do anything but lie in a statement they recently made and say we just discovered it when they had written in actual knowledge as far back as 2008, when they knew of the repeated attempts. We have multiple victims in this case. It boggles the mind. It boggles the mind.